Welcome to Motoring Monday for October 6, 2014. I'm Sam Haymart for Test Driven TV. This week we're all about the Paris Motor Show and the wild exotica they unveiled this week, including Lamborghini, Infiniti, and even Volkswagen. And best of all, we get our first chance behind the wheel of the all-new 2015 Ford Mustang. We test drove both the GT and the EcoBoost. All this and more, it's coming right up. At the Paris Motor Show this week, Lamborghini unveiled the Asterion LPI 910-4 concept, the company's first plug-in hybrid supercar. And if you think being a hybrid means this bull's become a steer headed for the slow lane with Prius drivers, think again. A V10 and 3 electric motors deliver some 910 horsepower when combined. That's enough power to accelerate from 0 to 60 in under 3 seconds and motor to a top speed of nearly 200 miles an hour. In electric mode, the Asterion can travel up to 30 miles and it speeds up to 75 miles an hour with that V10 turned off. The powertrain starts with a 5.2-liter 610 horsepower V10 mounted midship as in other Lamborghini models, which drives the rear wheels through a 7-speed dual-clutch transmission. A center tunnel mounted lithium-ion battery pack, which can be plugged in to charge, powers the front wheels with 2 separate electric motors. A third motor generator is located between the V10 and its transmission. Altogether, the electric motors provide up to 300 horsepower on their own. With this powertrain, the Asterion can drive in hybrid mode, combining the V10 with all 3 electric motors through all 4 wheels. In electric mode, the front wheels operate independently of the V10. Lamborghini says the hybrid drivetrain adds about 550 pounds to the Asterion, whose name comes from a mythical minotaur. Asterion is a hybrid figure, part man and part bull, a name seemingly created centuries ago to be lent to this car. The Asterion's carbon fiber monocoque body structure and style are typical Lamborghini, with curves and forms that are just shy of needing to be hidden from children's eyes. In case you were curious, those wheels are 20 and 21 inches in size. The Lamborghini Asterion LPI 910-4 is a concept for right now, but don't be surprised to see it landing in a dealership showroom before the end of the decade. Infiniti this week at the Paris Motor Show showed their concept of, well, a new luxury sedan that really shows their intent, they say, for the luxury car market. The aggressive and artfully sculpted Q80 inspiration, Infiniti says boldly, is their vision of what a future premium halo sedan from the brand will take form. Called a 4-door fastback, the Infiniti Q80 Inspiration is large. Measuring 79 inches wide and 199 inches long, it casts a shadow similar to a Mercedes S-Class and BMW 7 Series. It is indeed a daring design, long and low. In fact, its height at 53 inches is 5 to 6 inches lower than those other 2 cars and really almost puts it in Porsche Panamera territory. Details like its swept C-pillar and supercar-like frontal design set it apart from the formal look of its peers. The concept explores autonomous driving technology, which uses cameras, lasers, and sensors to perform what will become commonplace in our lifetimes: driverless motoring. We'll be saving gasoline, at least, as the Q80 Inspiration showcases a hybrid powertrain. Don't despair, however. When you do choose to drive yourself, you'll have 550 horsepower on tap. A twin-turbocharged 3-liter V6 and electric motors forecast a powertrain Infiniti says is production intent within the next 2 years. It's said to offer over 40 miles per gallon in a car such as the Q80. The Q80 Inspiration is indeed a concept, but don't be surprised to see that thing in the showroom probably by the 2017 model year, as its name fits right in to the Infiniti lineup. The Paris Motor Show has always been known for artful and exotic concepts, and Volkswagen was right on cue with their XL Sport. But this one isn't a concept car. Expanding on their XL1 franchise, the new XL Sport leverages Volkswagen's ownership of the Ducati brand and crossbreeds the 2 icons for a stunning and exclusive sports car. Based on the Volkswagen XL1, the most fuel-efficient production car of all time, the XL Sport is infused with the V-twin engine from the also exclusive Ducati 1199 Superleggera motorcycle. The 197 horsepower 1.2-liter Ducati engine is just slightly modified for its use in the XL Sport and can rev to an astounding 11,000 RPM. Its power goes to the rear wheels through a 7-speed DSG dual-clutch gearbox. Volkswagen says the XL Sport can accelerate from 0 to 60 in about 5.7 seconds and reach a top speed of 168 miles an hour. This change in performance from the XL1 required new bones underneath. Thus, the XL Sport received a redesigned chassis with dual wishbone suspension with pull rod dampers up front and push rod dampers at the rear. Because the car is quite petite, its 18-inch wheels look rather large. Rubber is also somewhat minimal at a 205 section up front and a 265 out back. Only 250 of the Volkswagen XL Sports will be made by hand, and you can count on none of those coming to the United States. Our test drive logbook this week was full of Mustangs as we got our first seat time behind the wheel of Ford's all-new pony car. First up was the new for 2015 Mustang 2.3-liter EcoBoost. A step up from the base V6 Mustang, the 4-cylinder turbocharged model boasts 310 horsepower and 320 pound-feet of torque. Our tester featured the 6-speed automatic transmission which had standard paddle shifters. The new engine impressed with its linear power band and non-existent turbo lag. Because our test car was a premium trim grade, it had the best of Mustang's interior with leather seats and the newest version of Ford's infotainment offerings. Want more power? So did we. The 2015 Mustang GT was next up, giving the all-new independent rear suspension 420 horsepower to handle. As our test drive was short, the driving impressions were limited to what we could accomplish legally, but we weren't disappointed. The new chassis feels distinctly modern and sharp. Gone is the truck-like handling and wrap-up of the old live axle. The interior of our base Mustang GT featured the comfortable Recaro seating option, which I recommend. Good news is that even the base trim switchgear and center stack look and feel expensive. You can watch the reviews of both Mustangs at testdriven.tv or our YouTube channel. In our reality check segment this week, Dodge has a new marketing and ad campaign which mixes up the life and the imagery of the Dodge brothers with their muscle cars. The commercials and ad spots talk of the wild-natured Dodge brothers who lived large in the early 1900s, transforming their wild chromosomes to a legacy of which the new Hellcat muscle cars were born. The backside of this wildlife the Dodge brothers lived is often alleged by historians to have been their downfall. They were well known for their penchant for hard partying and saloon antics. It was during Prohibition when they attended the New York Auto Show in 1920 and both contracted a terrible flu and pneumonia. Some historians claim it was actually poisoning by a bad batch of homemade liquor. Either way, John Dodge died shortly thereafter at the Ritz-Carlton Hotel in New York. Brother Horace survived that, but died later in the year due to cirrhosis of the liver. But hey, who am I to spoil a good party? Motor on, you bad Dodge boys. Now it's time for Money Shot, where we take the best photo from this week's press releases and we show it to you. The Aston Martin Lagonda will return soon. The ultra-exclusive Saloon is a car we truly cannot have, as it will be sold to existing owners only by invitation only, and most in the Middle East. No pricing or specifications were announced because when you look like this, it just doesn't matter. Well, that's it for Motoring Monday. Click on the link over here to subscribe to our YouTube channel. There, I'll keep you updated on the latest news, test drives, and our Motoring Monday episodes. You can also subscribe to us on the Google, Twitter, and that Facebook by simply searching Test Driven TV there or clicking the buttons on our website. They're right there, very easy to find. I'm Sam Haymart for Test Driven TV. I hope you enjoyed the ride.